Here's a message to the people out there that are scared to stream or talk about Stellar Blade, even on the date of arrival. I want you to remember this. Sexy women and femininity has already existed since video games were first made. Back in the 80s, they had a small team of developers, a small amount of megabytes, and a strict development budget to work with. The main budget always goes to the marketing and advertising, as that's the crucial element to communicate and attract buyers. So it was a no-brainer that sex appeal and hypermasculine men helped sell those products. But if these feminist soyboy males and the activists themselves saw this box art now, oh boy would I have a hissy fit just seeing it. But going back over a decade and somewhat ago, the activists were mad at Bayonetta. They were mad at Catherine. Even the Metroid franchise ain't safe from them either. So will this be the next Hogwarts Legacy campaign again, where they will make a website Twitch hit list and start harassing streamers all over again? I won't be surprised with all what's going on with the Stellar Blade drama and activists really wanting this game to fail. To debunk the stupidity of the IGN journalist saying that people who have created Eve have never seen a real woman, really need to get off the internet and immediately go out into the real world. But when it comes to Kazumi, yes, it was made by a male. Did you know she got the Samus effect, as they originally envisioned the character to be male before changing her sex? As Kazumi became more and more kawaii, he decided to make her the lead character. The rest of the team were only half convinced at first, but warmed up to the idea eventually. She had been the subject of various merchandise and was used to promote the Xbox consoles in Japan. Kazumi is a popular sex symbol in video game culture, an iconic ninja character, and still to this day. Itagaki, using a sexy female for the series and main character, shows how much of a genius he was in development and marketing. It was understandable the Temco team had doubts, as the arcade was a male-dominated audience, and since back in the 90s in the West with its violence against women campaign. But upon making the game, they could see the potential Kazumi and other female fighters had into bringing femininity and sex appeal would draw players to the game. Dead or Alive was a commercial success, helping Temco pull in a profit of $9.2 million in 1996 and saving the company from bankruptcy. In today's money, that would be $17,903,142.68. So yes, sexy women saved the company. Kazumi brings me to this point with the Xbox's history. To anyone who was an Xbox fan, remember when women were the foreground to their games, let alone video game case artwork? 99 Nights, Dead or Alive series, Bullet Witch, Ane Chambara, Remember Me, Perfect Dark Zero, Ninja Gaiden series, Final Fantasy XIII trilogy, the list goes on. Dead or Alive was an Xbox exclusive at the time, but thanks to Microsoft hiring snowflake activists who told the Ninja team to cover up the females, mixed in with their new product inclusion guide, it's no longer the case, because Microsoft and many other gaming companies hate beautiful women, let alone a lot of people in charge cannot or do not dare define what a woman is. Since it has happened, Dead or Alive is now on Switch and PlayStation, turning Xbox into the most kiddie playpen platform out there. Xbox was known for its edgy, teen and mature exclusive content. Why do you think many people bought the console and started the console wars in the first place? Oh yeah, because gamers love sex appeal, as well as edgy and uncomfortable content, and the developers knew that, as that is what makes money. Hence why at times they pushed the envelope hard. The higher the Streisand effect was, the more sales they were going to get. You see where I'm going with this? The hypocrisy is on the wall. These video game designers and artists didn't ever go, we need more representation, so here video game consumer, there is your daily dose of women representation. We also made them a reflection of ourselves and uglified them to make you feel more comfortable. No, these developers and artists did this with passion while praising truth, beauty and femininity. They really went out their way while asking themselves, what do video gamers want in between? Normal people already know they can never look like any of the sexy women or hyper muscular men, video game characters. And even artists and cosplayers knew this too. But it doesn't mean that we can't inspire to be like them through their qualities and confidence. I myself, I'm never going to have a body like Ryu Hayabusa or Marcus Michael Phoenix, but it does inspire me to go and lift some weights, practice my kickboxing and run a good 5 kilometers now and then, making me feel more confident and to take on the world than ever before. Same goes for women out there as well. Heck, why do a lot of people who watch the Dragon Ball series end up going to the gym? Coincidence? The new gaming developers of today, who are now in the censorship superhold of DEI, as well as being in the full Nelson Bridge death spiral, thanks to the activists and tourists who have slithered their way in, who were never interested in our video game culture or its history. Hence why they are fully on board with this, as they themselves cannot create awesome content, only to destroy it with their ugly politics and bland character design that they try to guilt trip and force upon us. In short, it's become a cult. Same ugly thoughts, same soul destroying behaviour, same delusional realities. If you have doubts or dare question the DEI and ESG gods, out comes the Kraken whip to put you back in line. Or worse, you're ostracised and blacklisted. There is a saying in Roald Dahl's novel, The Twits. If a person has ugly thoughts, it begins to show on the face. And when the person has ugly thoughts, every day, every week, every year, the face gets uglier and uglier until you can hardly bear to look at it. A person who has good thoughts cannot be ugly. You can have a wonky nose and a crooked mouth and a double chin and stick out teeth. But if you have good thoughts, it will shine out of your face like sunbeams and you will always look lovely. This, my dear viewers, is the activist and tourist kryptonite, because beauty convicts us. It confronts us in an uncomfortable manner. Beauty gives us a sense of self and value that one holds, making us grounded towards the good and the true. In short, truth and beauty cuts through our bullshit excuses and demands we become worthy of it, reminding us that natural hierarchies or standards are real, good and inescapable. Whereas with the activists and tourists, they hate being challenged and demand beauty, let alone reality, to bend the knee to them. But by doing so, will always make reality pimp slap them back to the sugar and rainbow playpen. Hence why everything has to be shrouded in humongous amounts of abstract nonsense to maintain its illusion, and guilt trip people with their own insecurities back at them. But that fragile foundation they have built is still ready to crumble by a single glimpse of truth or one simple question of doubt. So if you have and maintain beautiful moral thoughts and strive to be the best version of yourself by making great works of art and even celebrating its truth and beauty, then it will shine out for all to see, while inspiring others to do the same. But for the activists, well, we can see and hear the ugliness from miles away. They can buy all the wigs, the hair dye, the makeup, the fake followers the man can make, and virtue signal and say the same platitudes all they want. But once they are confronted by truth and beauty, as they open their mouths, that's when the illusion melts away, as they expose their grotesque and evil thoughts, as well as their ugly and repulsive faces for all to see. So while the activists and DEI drones try to snuff out any instance of beauty, truth and femininity left in our culture, they will ultimately fail, as long as there is one beautiful, moral-minded human in the world, one captivating game box artwork, disc or manual that will move the soul. One legend told over and over again of a hero who saved mankind from danger, ready to put everything on the line and even their own life itself. The power of truth and beauty always and forever will still convict us, and the Streisand effect is forever. This is Wilksy15 signing out.
Luca! Bueno? Piñu! Bueno?